Welcome back. It has been a big week for court watchers. The Supreme Court handing down several decisions having a major impact on big business. Plus, House Speaker John Boehner announcing he is going to sue President Obama over his use of executive orders. Joining me now is Fox Senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. Judge, the president's use of executive power, is it unconstitutional?
Well, you can't really answer that with a yes or no. In the particular case that I think Speaker Boehner is talking about, it has to do with the president directing the EPA to do certain things that the Congress declined to do. So you could very well argue that the president is using his executive power to go over the heads of Congress. So this is not new regulation. This is regulations that Congress rejected, that the president got his appointees on the EPA to put into place. That's what I believe Speaker Boehner wants to challenge. I say I believe because, in fairness to John Boehner, his lawyers haven't prepared the complaint yet, so there's nothing for me to read.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that when someone in the Congress sues the president, that sets off all kinds of bells and whistles in the courts, and the presumption is, don't get involved. The presumption for the courts is this is a political dispute between the legislative branch and the executive branch. They're both elected by the voters. Let the voters deal with it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not just the EPA, right? I mean, you went around Congress for the swap and the release of 5 Gitmo detainees.
Yes.
Right? I mean, you can say that he went around Congress on a number of issues.
Yes.
It's all about going around Congress and not being straight with the American people, right?
Here's the issue, and I can get a little technical. In order to bring a lawsuit in a federal court, the Constitution requires you to have standing. What the heck does that mean? Standing means that you have a harm unique to you, and the courts are equipped to redress that harm. In the case of John Boehner, if he sues as John Boehner, citizen from Ohio, or John Boehner, member of the House, or John Boehner, Speaker of the House, the harm to him is not unique to him. It's shared by other members of Congress. The president's taking our power away from us.
Right.
If the House of Representatives sues as an entity, that's a lot stronger case than if John Boehner sues as just one member of the House.
So is this going to be successful? I mean, or is this just going to be noise?
I think it's just going to be some political grandstanding because the courts are loath to resolve a dispute between the president and the Congress. They'll resolve a dispute between you and the Congress or the president and me. But when it's the Congress versus the president, they just don't want to get involved. They believe the Constitution tells them the voters should resolve it.
Yeah.
Look, if John Boehner really thinks that Barack Obama is exceeding his power as president and doing things that the Congress doesn't authorize, the remedy is not a lawsuit. The remedy is a piece of legislation called an article of impeachment. That is the constitutional remedy for this. Now, do the Republicans, who have a huge majority in the House, do they have a taste in their mouths for this? Decidedly not.
Yeah. So then it's just making noise, making the public get all fired up about it. By the way, this lawsuit, is that using taxpayer dollars?
Yes, but it will be using taxpayer dollars that are allocated to a discretionary fund controlled by the Speaker. Stated differently, Congress gives itself pots of cash to spend however it wants. So the Speaker will go out and hire a well-reputed Washington, D.C. law firm, pay them a fortune in a losing but highly PR-related cause.
But that's going to fire up, one group or groups that are going to say, don't use my money for this.
Right. The taxpayer watchdog groups, and there are many of them in D.C., they're liberal and conservative, they're progressive and they're libertarian. They're going to say, why are you wasting this money? You know you're going to lose.
So then how do you stop the president from going around Congress?
Impeachment.
That's it.
You have to have the moral courage to do that. Otherwise, you will have a president who's run amok, who disdains the Congress, who disdains the court, and who does whatever he wants to do no matter what the Constitution says.
Wow, really?
And that's what we have today.
Now, you and I talked about Joe Naccio, this special on Joe Naccio's.
This is a great special.
Life is going to run this weekend. Be sure to tune in to Fox Business, my exclusive interview with former Quest CEO Joe Naccio. He gave us details on his journey from being a top name in business to federal prison.
He went to federal prison because when the Bush administration came to him and said, we want to use your equipment, he was the president, CEO, and chair of Quest Communications. They said it to all the telecoms. They all said yes, but not Joe.
Yep.
He said no, and they wouldn't let him use the secrets that they shared with him in his defense.
And you think that's why he was prosecuted?
I think it was a radically unjust prosecution, and I think it's a courageous special that everybody who's interested in justice in America should watch.
All right,
not because I'm on it, but because you did it.
This special airs this weekend, Quest for Redemption. Thank you so much, Judge Napolitano. We'll be right back.